Hello. Um, I decided to start a little bit early, uh, just because I got home early. So, that's all. um,
That's all.
oh God, it's playing on my computer.
That's all.
Huh. Okay. What just happened here? Let's see. Oh, I see. Hi. Um, so I decided to pop on just a little bit early. Because I might try and go see I, Tanya tonight because I've been looking forward to it for a really long time. But there isn't a showing that's a little bit later, so I might have to, pop up a little, pop up a little early. Um, Hi. So, yeah, we're like, let me check in here. We're like, what, 2.5 weeks into this campaign, this crowdfunding campaign. We're 88% to our goal. We hit 30,000 yesterday, I believe. We're at $30,705 as of right now, which is super exciting. Hi, Sydney. Um, and yeah, it's been great. We released our second binge review today. Was it today? I'm losing track of my days. No, today's Thursday. Yesterday. We released our second binge review with the fabulous Jenny Sue talking about her experience dealing with and overcoming anorexia. Um, and it was a really great interview, and she had some really awesome, inspiring words to share with all of us. So we were really excited to share it with you yesterday. And there will be three more binge reviews, one a week for all of the weeks that are left in the campaign. So we're excited to show you more of them. We're also doing the 8 days of binge because it's the third night of Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah to any of you Jewish individuals out there, like Yuri. Um, and for the next, till the end of Hanukkah, every item you perch on the Etsy page adorned by Aisha the proceeds all go to Binge. So you can get your holiday shopping done and also uh, support us, which is really cool. Um, oh, thank you so much for the kind words. I'm really glad that you enjoy the show. We're excited to hopefully be able to make a full season for you. We're less than $5,000 away from making that a reality. We're so stoked. We've got some really exciting things in store for the first season, and we're just really excited to make the show and explore all of the themes that we want to explore and just, you know, have a grand old time with eating disorders. Everyone's favorite. Everyone's favorite. I'm very sleepy. Um, what's everyone up to? Sometimes these live streams, I don't know what to say. What else do I have to announce? What else? We have a really fun video coming your way when we hit 35,000, when we hit our goal. And then if we're able to hit our goal while the campaign is still going, we're going to have some really cool stretch goals that will come up. Rebecca, I'm so proud of you. That's so incredible. That's a really really important first step. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited. It's really really excellent. Yay! You're doing it. It's great. Um, yeah. Um. Hi, Fernanda. Hello. I mean, not yet, Amanda. If only it was another episode, but we need we need that 35K to make the episodes because they're pretty involved. Um, But when we hit 35K, that means we're making a full season, so that's pretty exciting. I have never been impatient, Libby. But I think it would be excellent. Um, I think it would be an excellent way. Sorry, it's I'm getting distracted in the other room. I can hear my boyfriend on the phone. Um, I think that inpatient treatment could be an absolutely incredible tool. It just allows for absolute around the clock support in retraining your mind and your body to exist in a more healthy space. And, if you're able to get that kind of treatment, I say go for it. I mean, double down on yourself and on your treatment. I mean, it's just so helpful to be able to have as much support as you can. Hang on, I gotta shut my door because it's too loud. Um, I think that's really awesome.
But what's your weekend looking like?
I'm gonna shut this door. Hang on real quick. Sorry. I gotta shut this door. Sorry, guys. Just getting technical difficulties. Just getting it adjusted. Okay. Here we go. I'm here. So how long are episodes going to be? They're going to be about your standard half-hour comedy length. So like anywhere between like 22 and 27 minutes is about average. So like, any show that you see on TV, any half-hour show, that's the length we're going to do. So we're really stoked. It'll be a lot of, they'll all be about the same length as the pilot, give or take a couple minutes or so. So we're super stoked. Super stoked. Aw, thanks, Anna. HKI. Yeah, it's really hard, to propose to Netflix or etc. Like, to even get in front of an executive there is an incredibly difficult process and requires, a lot of connections that aren't easy to come by. If you see the people who are getting greenlit shows on Netflix and Amazon, Woody Allen is doing a show on Amazon and Judd Apatow is doing shows on Netflix. So, folks like us who've been working in the independent television space, it's just a really difficult, really competitive industry to climb into. And then the subject matter that we're dealing with, there's a lot of cultural stigmas surrounding it. So there's a big lack of information on how pervasive these illnesses are. And, I think there's a little bit of a fear of the material that it's too edgy or too scary or too this or too that. But slowly, I think we're changing that, and we're changing the industry. And that's sort of one of the benefits of doing an independent season of the show, is to show these wider networks that there is an audience for this kind of work, and that it's not just people who struggle with eating disorders who are going to respond to it or be excited about it. It's very human themes that we're covering. Sorry, I'm doing a live stream.
Shut the door on me and your dog.
I am doing a live stream.
I'm trying to watch you on my phone.
Well,
I'll go back outside so I can watch you.
No, my dog is being silly. Yes, I do have a dog. She's being absolutely crazy. Bina.
I want to see her.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you Bina. Let's see, can this turn around? Oh, there it is.
Perfect.
There she
in
is.
Every way.
Boom, boom, boom,
She's
boom.
perfect, and she's here to say, donate money to Binge. She's also kind of heavy, so I'm gonna put her down.
Wait, keep her on the bed.
Okay, but you're in charge of her now. Oh.
Uh-oh, she
There she-
fell over.
Oh, her leg.
BB. Bina.
She doesn't like being in the public eye, baby.
She might need to get off the bed.
She'll start barking. Okay. Bina.
Okay,
We're ashamed that we interrupted you.
that was dog hour.
You're important.
That was dog minute. Do I ever get sick of talking about eating disorders? Not yet.
No, no.
Not yet. Um, no, it's been, this show has been such a source of um, joy and excitement, and we were, the team, our team is really wonderful, and we're all really good friends, and the material is really exciting and fun. So it's honestly been like a source of excitement and inspiration, really. Net neutrality. You know what? This is what I hope. I hope that we can turn the House and the Senate, and then we can reverse all of this, and we'll actually never see the consequences of it happen. That is what I'm hoping. If Alabama was any indication, it is nasty time. Finally. Um, that's my hope. The fight is not lost. There are still ways to get active and try and swing that government left. In this upcoming year, it's really important. Thanks. Yes, I was bulimic. I was bulimic. I was anorexic at the beginning, but then bulimia was sort of my main squeeze. Oh yeah. So I got this shirt. It's an Iowa brand. What is it called? It's called like. Oh, Raygun. Raygun. It's an Iowa brand. Um, they make all kinds of cool stuff. Lots of Midwestern themed stuff. I'm from Minnesota, so. Um, yeah. Um, so yeah, so it's interesting because anything that you see on television, it's like basically a miracle that it happened. It takes jumping through so many hoops for it to go. So it's a really, really long, complicated, arduous process that requires like a green light by so many different people. So like it can take years and years and years for something to go from script to screen. And we've gotten a lot of really awesome feedback and meetings and had great conversations with people about this show, but we've had such an incredible outpouring of love and support from the audience that we felt like we didn't want to wait years and years and years for this to become a thing. We were just like, you know what, we just got to do it now. We'll do it on our own terms, and then hopefully people will see that there's something here and jump on board for future seasons. So that's kind of our goal right now. Um, do you think it's okay to surround yourself with safe foods on Christmas if you're really struggling? Georgia, absolutely. I would definitely suggest talking if you have a therapist or a nutritionist or a team, like talking with them and sort of coming up with a game plan. I think it's important to just be as ready as you possibly can to defeat the triggers during the holidays because it can be really hard. But anything, it can be a really difficult time, and if you need to lean on safer foods to stay safe and to stay healthy during that time, I think that's totally fine. You just got to kind of trust your gut and know your limits and give yourself all the tools to succeed. And even if you do have a slip up, be able to, treat yourself with love and compassion during a season that's incredibly difficult. Um, Chesney wonders about diet pills or laxatives. Thankfully, that was never really a component of my eating disorder. Um, it just was never something, I sort of knew they didn't work biologically, and so I just kind of always stayed away from them. But I know that they can be incredibly dangerous. And do you ever feel like you might relapse making binge? I feel like making binge and working on it has actually reinforced my recovery more than anything else I've ever done because um, I'm like 4 to 5 years into my recovery, and a lot of times it kind of is like a background noise at this point. I intuitively eat, and it's not a major part of my life, but working on binge definitely helps me stay proactive. And there's something about giving back to the community or putting yourself in a little bit of an advocacy position that really reinforces one's commitment to oneself. And I feel like it's really sort of triggered the next phase of my recovery, which has been really, really cool. Mandy, yes, difficulties in accessing treatment. That's definitely something that we want to cover at some point in Binge. You know, we're independently funding this first season, so unless we're able to get like a full episode order of like 10 or 12 episodes, which would, mean we would need sort of hundreds of thousands of dollars, we might not be able to get into it as completely as we'd like to until the second season. Um, but it is something I'm really passionate about addressing. We're just trying to figure out. There are so many plot lines and so many aspects we want to look at. So we'll see. Hopefully, we'll be able to put it in there in the first season, and if not, definitely the second season. Um, what was one thing that surprised you about recovery? I think that it exists. I think I always I was like, okay, I can see how it would be possible to live without symptom use, but I never really thought it would be possible to live without that nagging voice in your head all the time, sort of spoiling all of your fun and sucking all of your energy out. So what's been the most surprising is just how possible it is to get your brain back and your autonomy over your mind back. That's been um, incredibly surprising and really incredible. Um, HK, we've thought about many of these things. With big companies like National Eating Disorder Association, Project Heal. It's complicated because programs like those, they're 501(c)(3s, and their main goal is to help people who are struggling. And as you know, like Binge is an incredibly raw and triggering show. It's not going to be suitable for everyone in every stage of recovery. So while like the National Eating Disorder Association has like endorsed the show and has said some really incredible things about it, Project Heal has endorsed the show, Recovery Warriors has. Um, there are a lot of stipulations with these organizations through directly attaching their names to projects, and unfortunately, when you're a not-for-profit organization, you're always fundraising. So all of these heavy hitters, they're always fundraising for their own things, and their money is going directly to providing treatment and resources for people who are suffering. So while we're all on the same mission to help those with eating disorders heal and to educate the world about these illnesses, we're coming at it from two different angles, which is awesome. But they understandably need to use their funds to do what their mission statement is, where we need to use our funds to do what our mission statement is. So there's a lot of crossover in terms of moral support and sharing resources and sharing ideas. And, I've developed a really awesome relationship with Project Heal that I adore the work they're doing. I think they're absolutely incredible. Um, but unfortunately, like most nonprofits aren't rolling in the dough to the point where they can produce a television show. It'd be amazing if they were. I think they would be super excited to have that kind of money. But a lot of these companies aren't even really able to pay their employees. So producing a television show isn't really something that's feasible for them in a practical sense. Um, let's see here. Um, how do you cope with knowing that so many in the community still struggle? Of course, it really pains me that anyone out there is struggling, but I just remember that the most important thing for me when I was in sort of my darkest days was to be treated like an actual human person. um, and so I don't think of our viewers or you amazing people or anyone who's interested in the show. I don't think of anybody as sick or like wounded. I think you're all incredible, and I'm just grateful, so deeply grateful for the support that you've given this show. Um, I want you all to flourish and be strong and amazing, but I know that you wouldn't be here unless you believed in yourselves. You wouldn't be here unless you were fighting for your lives. And I trust that you have the strength to do it and you're going to do it. And this community is incredibly supportive. Like, you can read it in the comments how like amazing it is to like connect all of you incredible people with each other. So I don't know. I'm really uplifted and encouraged by the conversations that we've been able to have with each other through this show. You know, this illness feeds on silence and shame, and the more vocal we can be and the more communicative we can be, the stronger we can be as a community. Um, And do you feel there's a difference in the stigmas of different eating disorders? Yeah, definitely. I think there's a huge stigma, and I think that the media really feeds that stigma by only portraying, young wayfish women when the reality is that most people with eating disorders, you can't tell by looking at them that they have them. And we as a culture, not we, our culture, or sexist culture values thinness, associates it with goodness, and that's inherently fucked up and toxic and terrible. And so, yeah, I do feel like there is this strange hierarchy within eating disorders that's incredibly damaging and scary and sad, and prevents a lot of people from getting the help that they deserve. And it's, something that hopefully as more and more people speak out about their different types of eating disorders, we can start to get some visibility on these other illnesses and not only put value on people with bodies that look physically ill. Um, Mandy, definitely check out Project Heal. They're amazing. Aw, thank you. Yay! Congrats on successes. Yay! Um, what's my favorite thing to do as a hobby? Um, I really like watching TV. I love TV. I love TV so much. I love hanging with my dog. Um, honestly, I love TV. I'm a big TV junkie. It's just my thing. Oh, you guys are awesome. Um, let's see. Libby, advice for people who are struggling but don't think they are sick enough or thin enough to get professional help. This is like the thing that I hear the most often from someone, like from people who are suffering. And I felt it very strongly myself when I was going through my illness. We never feel we are sick enough, we never feel we are worthy of help. I think again, it's this cultural notion that these illnesses are somehow vain or not real or, self manufactured, which is all bullshit. It's part of the illness, that thinking that you're not sick enough. That is part of the eating disorder. And I would just really say to fight that with all of your might, those instincts. Think about if you were your own friend, would you tell a friend they weren't sick enough to get the support they need? You never would do that, right? Like, there's no such thing as sick enough. There's not going to ever be a sick enough unless you're dead, right? The eating disorder is never going to qualify you as sick enough. That's not a real voice. That's the illness talking. Oh, thank you, HK. There's no reason at all to apologize. I really appreciate all of your feedback, and your questions are really great. You know, I think it's like it's so frustrating to be like, no, I swear we have a good product, put us on television, and the process to getting there is so exhausting and so hard to do. But unless you work in the industry, it seems like this kind of nebulous thing. So it's great to ask questions about it because it's not an industry that most people know the ins and outs of. Um, Sophie, there's no reason to feel bad for who you are, what you look like. Oh, I'm supposed to flip my phone. Yuri told me to flip my phone. Oh shoot, I totally forgot. Orientation is locked. Yuri, I can't flip my phone. Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Uh-oh. I'm gonna get in trouble from Yuri. I'm so sorry. This is why I don't operate a camera. Oh my god, I'm a dum-dum. Why is this locked? Okay. Wow, technical difficulties all over the place today. Can you tell I'm a little bit tired? Okay, I'm moving ahead in my comments because I got confused. How do you combat negative self-talk in the moment when you don't have access to your usual coping skills or support people? I think starting by being able to identify the negative self-talk. Like if you know the negative self-talk is happening, that's like that's the first step. Like that's a big step. So often we assume that negative self-talk is just truth, is just what is, and it's not, right? Like it's not, it's BS. So that's a big step. So, kudos to identifying it. How do I deal with it? I try and think something I try to remind myself of something that I like about myself. Sometimes I'll just think, fuck you, thought. That's a lie. Or say, like, liar back to that voice in my head. What else do I do to combat it? It's a really good question. I'll remind myself that self love is radical and is like a feminist act. To believe good things about yourself is like a feminist act. Those are some of the things that I do, but I would love to hear from other people. How do you guys combat negative self-talk? It's I think kind of like the last stage of recovery is fighting back against those voices. Will we be using the videos? Yes, we will. Our editors pretty weighted down with stuff right now, but we'll definitely be using them in the new year. 4 a.m. Oh my goodness. Anna, it sounds like this therapist might not be a good match for you. I'm wondering if you can get someone who understands the ins and outs of eating disorders. It's definitely not that simple. You're totally right. It's so much more involved. It sounds like this particular person doesn't. Yeah, I think Vandy's right. Doesn't understand what it is that you're going through. Oh yeah, apologizes to himself when he says negative things. That's so nice. That's a really nice notion. Yay! Fighting the urge to binge. That's so great. I can't try. It won't let me flip my film, Yuri. I'm really sorry. It won't let me. It says it's locked. Orientation locked. I'm a dum dum. Yay. Don't let the bad thought land. Literally counteract it when it comes in. I like that. Yeah, see, it says orientation locked. Rotate device back. Sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Just say no. I look hot. That's so great. I love it. How do I change it in my settings? Let's see. Oops. What's the process like of getting into character? You're you little minx. Mostly I just like insult my director nonstop and say, Yerky, what do you know? Stuff like that. Oh yeah, definitely world domination, absolutely. Yeah, you guessed it, Caroline. That's it. I really can't think of anything else. No, but then we want to make another season. Hopefully, after a first season, hopefully we'll do a first season. We'll put it out. Hopefully, people will like it, watch it, and then hopefully that'll sort of be proof of concept to get more funding for a second, third, fourth, and 7,000th season. I got the courage to call my campus counselor. Sophie, that's excellent. That is so exciting. Yay, we are talking victories. Let's talk victories. Victories, victories. Yes, I did faint once. It was very, very scary. It was before I went to treatment the first time. It was not fun. Oh, the 50. Any advice? Make your own work. That would be my biggest piece of advice. I spent my first couple of years in LA waiting, for someone to cast me or to, I mean, to even get representation that would get me in a room. It can be so frustrating and so disheartening to work so hard to even get an audition, and then a lot of the roles that are out there aren't great, and just make your own work. Like take your creative life into your own hands and create the kind of roles that you want to play. Um, if you swipe up control panel, if you swipe up, I can turn off portrait orientation lock. Oh, huh. Amazing. But now I have to read the comments sideways. Wait. If you come to Canada, will you come? I would love to come to Canada. I have to read the comments sideways now. Wait, the orientation lock isn't working? I can't. What? Orientation lock off. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just doing this. I'm sideways to you? What? I am bad at I am bad at this. Hell yeah, Sophie, you're killing it. If I could work with any director, who would it be? I have to say Yuri Bernofsky. That just made me throw up in my mouth a little. Just kidding, Yuri, you're the best, sort of. Mostly. Yeah, kind of. We'll see. Oh, well, right now I would probably say Greta Gerwig or Patty Jenkins. Also, I would say my writing partner, Lindsay Stidham. How's that for an answer? Reed Moreno, also. Yeah. Maybe I'll direct one day. Yeah. Potato. Let's see. Okay. Oh, is the internet freezing? It could be on my end too. You guys, I feel like I failed this live stream today because I'm doing it at the wrong angle and, you know, I'm a little bit sleepy. But yeah, writing a book, I would, it would be really cool to write a book. I feel like I might need a little bit more life experience first, but maybe not. Um, that's a cool idea. Um, I switched from Sprint to Verizon. I love that you noticed that, Mandy. That's amazing. Yay! First therapy appointment. Rachel M. Any tips? Yes, schedule something really fun for yourself afterwards, some sort of treat. A massage, or get your nails done, or a phone call with one of your best friends, or, a delicious glass of tea. Something to reward yourself for doing it, for sticking with it. Um, and if you feel so inclined, I always like to kind of write down a few things that I would maybe want to bring up but might be too afraid to once I got actually in the room, so that I would sort of have this list with me because it's easy to get kind of flustered and nervous, which is totally understandable. But I just say, like, just go, just Congrats. That's a huge deal. Oh, you're writing a book. Woohoo. Um, comorbid diagnoses. I can't remember what all of my official diagnoses were, but I'm pretty sure I was formally diagnosed with OCD, or maybe that was just my therapists being like, you definitely have like some obsessive compulsive tendencies. I can't remember how formal that diagnosis was, but that's definitely something that I've coped with, and anxiety is definitely something that I've coped with. Um, what other career was I interested in? I always kind of wanted to be an actor, to be honest. But for a while, I wanted to be a dolphin trainer. Go figure, you know? Oh, amazing, Alyssa. Yes. Yay! Writers. Oh, I love this. The next dolphin tale. Yes. Yes, life calls. Yes. But the reason I decided not to pursue that dream is because I didn't want to touch any fish. And I sort of realized that I'd have to throw fish to the dolphins as a reward. And then apparently I can't bring myself to watch the Blackfish documentary because I just know I would be an absolute wreck. But I know that SeaWorld and places like that are really controversial, and I think maybe it's a good idea. I decided not to be a dolphin trainer because I'm not sure how I feel about that stuff ethically. Mm. Um, well, thank you so much for bearing with my really um, untechnically savvy self. My thoughts on To the Bone. I liked To the Bone way more than I thought I was going to. I honestly thought the trailer did a huge disservice to the film. I thought the trailer was horrendous. And there were a lot of things that I liked about the film. My favorite things were the family dynamics and the scene between the sister and Lily Collins. I thought that they really captured the pain that family members experience and the idea of feeling like a burden. And that's what I really thought the film did well. Um, oh, yay, that makes me so happy, Alyssa, that it inspired you to write. That's so incredible. Um, oh, Australia, I love that. Oh, AMA means ask me anything. We would love to go on a tour, maybe like a college tour or a school tour. We would love to. I don't know how one goes about doing that though. We have so much. We're running the crowdfunding campaign and writing the season and doing pre-production. It's we have a really small team, so it's maybe just a little bit much for us to take on right now. But if someone wanted to be our tour manager, we would say, all right, we're down. Um, let's see. Um, yeah, that weird thing, that weird thing in the corner. Yes, I did not like the male characters in To the Bone, and I did not like the roles that they played. I didn't think that they were necessary, not because they were male, but just uh, the emotional beats that they were serving. I thought was kind of a little bit of a disservice to the protagonist, and I really didn't understand what that treatment facility was supposed to be like. I don't know any treatment facilities that run that way, and I can't see how that would be helpful or healing to be able to eat whatever you want. That would not have worked for me. That being said, maybe it does work for some people. I don't know. All of that being said, I have huge respect for Marty Knox, and she's like a killer lady in this industry. She's an amazing writer, and writing a film about anorexia is really difficult. And so I have a lot of respect for her, even though I didn't love everything about the film. I still think she's an incredible force. Um, yeah, that'd be great. The fitty. What is something weird about me? One of my eyes is two different colors. See? It's like, I don't know if you can see it in this light. Let's see. It's like half greenish, half brownish. Heterochromia. Um, what do you do on a bad day when you're feeling bad about yourself, your life, your body? Um, what do I do on a bad day? Um, I usually sort of watch Netflix and chill. I have learned, I think one of the things that I'm best at because of treatment is being gentle with myself and taking time out when I need it. Um, I'm good at spoiling myself in a way. If I'm feeling really bad, sometimes I'll splurge and get a massage, even if I have to put it on my credit card, which is maybe not a good thing to admit. But I try to take care of myself as much as I can. Um, yeah. You felt the movie stigmatized us. I can totally see that, Mandy. I can totally see that. Who didn't understand? How do you cope if you're surrounded by people who believe the lies about diet culture, bad food, needing to burn off meals? That's a great question, Rebecca. I tend to walk away in conversations like that. Not rudely, I tend to just find a way to excuse myself. Or if it's someone I really like and respect, I'll just say, like, in a not heated time, not in a big group, I'll just sort of pull them aside and be like, hey, um, you do you, but when you talk about X, Y, and Z, it triggers my history with an eating disorder, and I know that's not your intention, but I just wanted you to know that it's really hard for me to hear those things, and it would mean a lot to me if you could maybe make an effort to not bring it up when I'm around. And then it's up to them whether they want to honor that or not. And if they're not able to honor that, then maybe that's a person that I can't be around as much anymore. I've definitely had to take distance before from people. Los Angeles is obsessed with cleanses and diet culture and this and that, and I think it's all bullshit. And it really bothers me. But I learned to just kind of tune it out or remove myself from it or just remind myself that everyone is on their own journey with food and their body, and that person might be struggling with something or maybe it works for that person, but that's their journey and I don't need to internalize it for myself. Um, Um, you can email binge the TV series at gmail.com. I'll do my best to get back soon. I'll just say that it's a really crazy time right now with this crowdfunding campaign in the holidays, so I might not be able to get anything written back to you until early next year, just because I'm under a couple of deadlines and still working full time, and I'm just a little bit tired. I'm just a little bit tired, so I might not be able to be as on top of responding as I normally try to be, but I will respond soon, as soon as I can. Um, as soon as I can. Um, let's see. What stereotypes of eating disorders annoy you the most? I think it bothers me the most when they seem trivial and easy to overcome. A lot of times characters develop them in one season, like one episode of a season. It's like a side character, and then they're cured the next episode. And it's like in response to something, trivial, or it's like response to a breakup or a bad test score, and it doesn't take any of the nuance that there is into consideration, and it just makes it seem like it's not. I hate when eating disorders are portrayed as not something serious. Um, and not and something that is we're doing to ourselves. I think that's the most frustrating thing. You never see alcoholism or drug addiction portrayed as something stupid or vain. You know, it's treated with oftentimes humor, which is great, but a level of respect and understanding that it's legitimate and people who suffer with those conditions deserve support and love and are human and deserve treatment. And I don't think that eating disorders are thought about in that way. I think because the population is severely undereducated and it's a big problem. Let me see. I'm sorry that your mom talks about that. You know, you might just have to ask her, be like, hey, listen, I really can't hear you talk about these things. And if you talk about them, I'm going to have to excuse myself. You know, try to really draw those boundaries. She might not be able to follow them. And I'm not sure how old you are. Um, but, you know, all we can do is be clear about our boundaries. And if people can't respect them, you know, we can do our best to not take that personally, to know that it's something that they are going through. It's not because they're trying to be cruel to us. It's because they're working through something and they're not able to monitor themselves. But you know, we can determine how much time we want to spend with those people, or and how much of that kind of energy and that kind of talk that we're able to hear. You know, my day job, I teach piano lessons. Oh, I'm really behind on comments. Let me see. Hang on one second. I have to check something on my phone. Libby, I don't think I've experienced hate, but I've definitely experienced people who haven't loved the show. Um, and it's what?
I'm gonna take a shower, and if I come out naked, I don't want to be on the internet.
You might be on the internet. Are you not going to go to the movie?
I am, but
We have to go like in 10 minutes. We're gonna go see I Tanya.
Okay, well,
So you take that shower quick.
well, don't put me on the internet, please.
Well, you might get naked on the internet.
No, no. There's no naked people on the internet, and
There's
I will not
lots
be
of
the first person.
there are a lot of there are a lot of naked people on the
There
internet.
are no naked people.
Oh, I can't wait to see I Tanya. I do teach piano lessons. I teach them at a studio. I teach mostly the little ones, the little babies. Oh God, I don't think I could ever be president. That's too much responsibility. Ah, I just like so vividly remember the Tanya Harding, Nancy Kerrigan fiasco. Like when I saw the trailer for that movie, I lost my mind. I also think Margot Robbie is an absolutely mind-blowingly exceptional actor, and that people like tend to not see that because she also happens to be incredibly beautiful, but she's like a fierce character actress and is absolutely amazing, and I'm so excited to see her in this role. I think she's a genius. So I'm super stoked. Sorry, I gotta get a little caffeine in my system if I'm going to this movie. I feel like I've been a little bit all over the place tonight because I'm a little sleepy, so I apologize. Um, but you are all so amazing. I like to call my hair enhanced. No, it's like this. It's this like kind of this color here. It's like a kind of like dark blondish, like a dusty blonde. Um, oh my god, of course, this is like the best part of it. I wish that, you know, one day working on this stuff will be the full-time job. It's good to be busy. It's a privilege to be able to be this busy. It's really awesome. Um, our, our whole team is like so blown away by the support we've received. We're just so excited to be working on this. You have no idea. It's amazing. Um, green cheek conure. We have a green cheek conure named Cheryl. Nothing like a binge stream to ease your college supplement writing stress. Oh, good luck. Oh, we throw those smashed cakes away. They get so gross. Um, any tips for finals? Sleep. Sleep. Also, this is going to be controversial advice, but I'm going to give it. Okay, I have always been a huge like perfectionist. I insisted on getting straight A's all the time and I studied so hard. And now that I've been out of school for years, grades aren't as important as I thought they were. And I wish I hadn't been so hard on myself. So I'm not sure if that's how you are, but if it is, as it tends to, a lot of people who struggle with eating disorders and anxiety tend to be hard on themselves, tend to be perfectionists. Um, you know, be gentle with yourself. That's what I'll say. Why do I drink Diet Coke? Oh, because it's really yummy. Oh. Who makes the cakes? Usually the cheapest grocery around town. Hell yeah, Jules! You're killing it, girl. You are killing it. Despite what my treatment tube is, I do too, man. I prefer the taste of it. I don't know. I think I'm addicted to the aspartame. It's terrible for you. Do not drink it. It's so bad for you. I'm not perfect. No, I don't like normal Coke. I don't like it. I think because I just have been drinking Diet Coke for so long, it's just what my taste buds prefer. Um, Diet Coke or the regular Coke, I'll like enjoy for like maybe a third of a can, but then it's like I don't know, it's like too sugary or too syrupy. I don't like the taste of it. I like it in like a float, like a Coke float with ice cream, but not alone in like a can. Um, that's great, the Fitty. That is so great. No sugar Coke or Coke Zero is nice, too better than the normal. Birch beer. I don't know birch beer. Oh, Linda. Okay, that's okay. Good to know. Hi, Linda. Um, let's see here. We got a new contribution. Let's see. Ooh, we got 110 one. What are we up to now? Oh, sorry, you're getting close to my nose. We are up to. Oh, yay. Oh, Yerky, you're still here. Gianni, we are up to $30,820. That's so great. That is so great. Um. Oh, I have to burp. Okay, I'm back. Well. Okay, I'm back. Beanie! Hey, Beana! Hey, Beana! Bubba! Sit! Sit! Bubba, sit! Oh, that's my good girl. That's my good honey girl. This is Beana. She's blind. She's just a blind little baby. Okay, bye, Beana. All right. Yay! I know, she's a cute baby. She's kind of naughty, but, I love her. I'm obsessed with her. She's my baby. Hang on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Sorry. I'm supposed to maybe be meeting a friend of mine at this movie, but I don't know if we're going to get there in time now. Anyway, I'm telling you all this little details. Sorry. Okay. No. Oh, she's getting mad. Bina doesn't like to be locked out of a bathroom. She's a real kind of pervert in that way. She likes to be in there when you pee, when you shower. She just has a bathroom thing. And she gets mad when she doesn't get to be in there. That's her right now. She's barking outside the bathroom like a jerk. Mm-hmm. Creepy is right. She's a real creep. She's a creep. Yeah. Bean. Hey. Bean.
Who dat?
Bean bad. Okay, we gotta go to this movie if we're gonna go.
Well, stop talking about all your fake friends.
They're not my fake friends. They're my real friends.
No.
Yes, they are. Okay, I'm moving into the other room. What do I want for Christmas? I want a TV show. No, I don't know. That's a great question, Cadelia. Yeah, so the way that my eating disorder manifested was chaos. My life was kind of thrown into to chaos. I was sort of addicted to chaos, and I'd go through these cycles, and I would act out in all of these really sort of crazy ways. My life kind of felt like I was always a train sort of running off the tracks. And so that's the energy that we really tried to capture in this show, and that's why the character is such a kind of disaster, is because that's it's not all exactly what I did, but it's how the eating disorder felt to me, and it's what it felt like. I felt like I was flying off the train tracks all the time. And so it was really important to me to sort of portray that idea, you know. A deaf actor on the show, I mean, that would be amazing. There's certainly a lack of. What's a scooter or something? Oh my god. That would be amazing. There's, you know, certainly a lack of otherly abled individuals in film and television. Be really, really awesome. It's a great idea. Best, funniest moment when we filmed the pilot. Justin, who shot it, built this crazy, like, car contraption thing over the side of his car at like 4 a.m. And he like just like duct taped a bunch of C-stands together and like dangled the camera. That's how we got those overhead shots when I'm walking down the street, and we just like stole the shots in the middle of the night, just up and down my neighborhood, just the two of us. That was probably like the craziest thing that happened while we were filming. You know, we had such a small, I mean, we oftentimes had only one or two people there helping us. Like, we were working really long hours, and so it was a hard shoot, but it was really fun. And everyone who worked on it was incredible, really. Yep, we did film in my apartment. This is it right there. What to look for in a treatment facility? I really responded to cognitive behavioral therapy and DBT. But I would say definitely look for a place where you can really get comprehensive support, dietitian, psychiatrist, individual therapist, family therapy, as much help as you possibly can. Okay. Is it pesto or pesto? I have to run.
It's pesto.
Well, some people say pesto.
It's not. No one says pesto.
Well, some people say.
No one says that. It's bad writing.
Okay, you were all amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in and for being here. I'm gonna try and do these a little more often. Thank you. I'm really excited to see this movie. You're all the best. And I hope this was helpful in any way. Aw, shucks. I'll take it. You're all the best. Mwah, 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 mwah.